Okay everyone, I'm going to show you how to construct your Nicho box now. Here is my example of my box that has been put together. I have my frame and I've painted it. So these are some things I want you to work on today. First thing you're going to work on is putting your box together. So you're going to need one of these flat boxes and you're going to have to do some folding and taping. So if you notice on the box, there's some little tiny folds, these little indents. What you're going to have to do is look at each fold and fold in on each of the sides here. So you can see there's about 5 folds. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these little pieces on the side, they have a little tiny spot where you have to just pop them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So once you have all of that done, this part here is going to get cut off. So you're going to take your scissors and just cut the top part off here. You don't need that part. All you need is this part of the box. So now we're going to start to tape it up. You can kind of see these little flaps go on the inside and these flaps go down. So it's going to start to come together like this. So once you have one corner put together, use your masking tape to tape down each of the corners really well. You don't need a lot, but I'm going to start to tape that side down first so it stays together. And you might notice that I might need some on the outside as well. So I'm going to put some going around like this, just to make sure it's really secure, it doesn't come apart. So now I'll go to the next side. This little flap goes on the inside, this goes down. Put a piece on the inside and then put a piece around on the outside. And keep going, I have 2 more sides here, so it should come together kind of like this. So 1 piece on each of the insides, 2 on the outsides, 1, 2. And 3, 4. Okay, once I have those 2 pieces taped down there, everything is pretty secure. You might want to put a piece of tape on the inside of here, but you don't have to. I think I am, just to make sure it's nice and flat. Because when I paint it, I don't want a whole bunch of pieces sticking up. So I'm just going to put a piece right there. And 1 more here, and that's all I need. Okay, so my box is put together. Now what I need to do is cut out this frame. So you're gonna find on the shopping cart, this tan paper is for the frame. This is just a tracer, kind of like for the inside. So I'm gonna place this in the middle. It's important that you put it in the middle so you have some space around it to make kind of like a fancy frame. So once I've done that, I can kind of make a fancy frame on the outside, whatever I like. You don't have to, you can just make it a square or rectangle, but I kind of like the idea of just making something look a little bit more special. So I'm just gonna take my pencil and sketch this out, and this is totally up to you. It can look different from your neighbors. And that's not exactly even there, but that's okay. So now I'm gonna cut this out. Cut the outside part first. And then you're gonna do something kind of special to cut the inside out. If you remember from last year, we did some cutting by cutting through and not through this way. So that's what you're gonna do again. Got my frame cut out, I can just recycle the scraps. So for the inside here, I'm just gonna fold it, pinch it, and cut the inside and make a little hole so I can go in on the inside and just cut this part out. Okay, I can recycle that as well. So here's my frame. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tape down the frame just like this. So I'm gonna line it up as best as I can, and then I have to put some tape around the outside. So once it's lined up, I'm gonna flip it over, and I'm gonna take some tape on the outside parts here and just tape it down. So you can see how I'm sticking this on the inside here and it's starting to become connected. I want it to be connected all the way around. So I'm gonna have to put pieces of tape all the way around. Once I have that connected, I have my box here and I'm ready to paint it. So just like you painted your rock earlier, you're gonna get your paint tray, and this is acrylic paint. So again, it is not washable. We have to wear a smock and be careful. You may use any of the colors in here, or you can get a paper plate and mix a color. So if you're using a paper plate to mix a color, you're gonna wanna mix up a lot because this is a big box. So let's just say I wanted to mix red and yellow to make orange. Put a big glob of red on my paper plate here. I have to wash all this red away now, so dip, scrub on your rag, your sponge to get it really clean and dry. Grab some yellow, mix up the color that I like. Make sure it's all the way mixed, no more red, no more yellow, just the orange that I want. Now, once I have my color, I can start to paint my box. I can paint the inside of the frame, the outside of the frame, or the back of the box. So I think I'll start with the frame part here. And I'm just gonna start painting, getting all the little spots. So you can paint this many colors. I painted my frame green, my inside pink, my outside purple, and then some patterns here. So it's up to you how you paint this. Just make sure you painted the whole box. When you're done with your brush, put it in the dirty bin by the sink, and you can throw away your plate.